Your school? Grosvenor Girls. Awesome. Okay. A bit about myself. I just returned 2 years ago to South Africa. Prior to that, I was overseas for 14 years. 7 years in the UK, in London, where I did all crazy, amazing things, and where my whole journey began. Journey in everything in life, because I came from a very strict Muslim upbringing. So for me to explore the world and go overseas abroad, to go backpacking Europe alone, was something I never expected to be able to do. For me, it was like a fantasy. It would never happen. But it was a miracle, and it did. So that's what my book is about in a nutshell. All of the amazing journey and travels and exposure and experiences that I gathered, mixing with people from all over the world, learning different languages, exploring different faiths, falling down different rabbit holes, experimenting with different things and substances, just living life on a hedonistic edge and wanting to basically find peace but looking for happiness in all the wrong places. Can we identify with that? Yeah. And then there's the second chapter, which the 7 latter years of my life was spent in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, I went there to study Arabic and Islamic studies at the University of Princess Noura. And over there is where I had my 2 kids. There's 10 secrets or principles of success. Some things that I've learned along my journey that have helped me become the woman I am today, and have helped me deal with a whole lot of battles and struggles and trials and tribulations of life as a woman, as a Muslim woman, a woman of color, a woman who comes from a strong upbringing, strict upbringing, and a woman whose reputation is the most important thing, but at the same time trying to find my own authentic self and my own identity and just do me without having to worry about whether people accept it or not. The first thing is to never stop learning. I'm talking about new skills, how to do new things, new languages, about new people, new places, as well as learning from older people, as well as learning from younger people who we think know nothing because we know better than them because we're older. But you'd be surprised if you just open up your mind and your heart for a second to learn or to explore something different that a younger person, even a kid. Number 2, if it scares me, I'll do it. I'm a thrill seeker and a bit of a daredevil. So if something is scary, I'm going to be like, that's a challenge. I like challenges. So I'm going to find a way to get over my fears, like public speaking, for example. And as I was saying, I was like you, or what was it, you, Priya? Shy, okay? I was bullied in school, so it was my Meghan Markle dilemma, okay? Of what am I? Which box do I fit in? Do I even fit in a box? No, just draw my own box, and I'm not even going to put it in a box. I'm going to draw a star. Yeah, fit into that. So draw your own thing, carve your own space. And that's what I did. Being accepted was very hard when you don't know where you belong. But the important thing is just to know that if God created you, there's a place for you here. Number 3, vision. I always ask myself, no matter what time of the year it is, what would be the coolest thing to happen this year? Would you nail physics that you hated? Would you start to like chocolate maybe? Would something happen that would be a game changer in your own life that would help you prosper and progress to the next level, or blow stuff out of the water for you in your own life? Okay, so ask yourself, what is the coolest thing to happen this year? Will I get really fit at the gym? Will I change my diet and become really healthy? Will I aim to get 6 A's or 7 A's? Will I aim to take part in, I don't know what sports you have here, netball, volleyball, hockey, right? Will I aim to get like the championship league or whatever in that division? Okay, so ask yourself, what is the coolest thing that's going to happen? Will I travel overseas and win a book prize? Would I be the youngest author in my school? Okay, these are things that you can ask yourself, and they are achievable if you meet certain criteria. Okay, like put your mind to it, believe in yourself, find people who support you, etc. Okay, so yeah, so it could be fitness goals, diet goals, career goals, relationship goals. I don't mean just with guys or with guys. I mean with your mom, with your dad, your siblings. Like, guys fighting at each other's throats all the time. Maybe you don't want to go home today. Maybe you're sitting here because you just don't want to deal with them. Okay, but yeah, we've all had this. We all go through stuff when sometimes things are not that good at home. Okay, so you want to escape. But how about working on that relationship goal? Yeah, and we'll deal with more things now. What about your passion goals, travel goals, etc.? Number 4, try to meet as many people as possible. I was in the UK and I had to learn to survive by meeting new people. If I didn't meet new people, I was pretty much dead. How do I mean? I had to work for myself. I had to pay my own bills. If I didn't do a job correctly because I couldn't get along with someone at my workplace, I wouldn't have money to buy food. That's a level of survival that you probably won't identify with, but that was the extreme level that I put myself in because it scared the crap out of me, but also I wanted to survive to say, hey, you know what? Badass. Okay? I made it. And everyone can. This dependency we have on our parents and this entitlement that we have on them or towards them, that they owe us things and we should have a wonderful life and all of this jazz. My parents gave me nearly nothing. If you talk about material things and luxuries and phones. I worked to buy my own phone. They said, no, you're not getting a phone. I was like, fine. How can I get a phone? My scheming mind went to work. Oh, I could work myself and earn money and buy a phone with my own money. Miss Independent Boss Babe. Let's try that. So I did. Everyone was at school with their parents bought phones. And I was like, I worked with it. It's different. It's a different feeling altogether. Okay? You really learn to appreciate every little thing that you get in life. And I really learned to appreciate it when I was overseas and I really had nothing. And I had to work for my rent, I had to work for my bills, for my food, for my heating. Because we had this pay-as-you-go electricity gadget. I think you have it here now. Where if you want lights and water and heating and hot water and, gas, and we use gas in the UK to cook. But if you want all of that, you've got to get a prepaid gadget and put it in your wall and then it starts to work. But you have to have money to buy the load, the credit. So if I didn't get along with people, if I didn't put myself at risk, if I didn't put myself out there, if I was just going to, call it shy and say that I wasn't going to win, because I was from a very strict Muslim household, so there's no way I was equipped with the emotional and social skills to survive in the real world. Try to meet as many people as possible, different as well as difficult. What do I mean by different types of people? People not the same skin color as you. People who don't speak the same language as you. People not from the same country as you or place as you. People with a different nationality perhaps. Yeah? That's what I mean by different. When I say difficult people, I mean people on a higher social ranking that make it difficult for you to approach them because you suffer from approach anxiety when it comes to important people. We all agree that it's not easy to go up to an important person like the president and, strike a conversation with him, okay? You would have cold sweats and, all sorts of heart attacks and God knows what other attacks, and you couldn't be able to really function if you go up to an important person. And it's in theory very easy to say that we could. If Barack Obama had to go past, speaking, can you ask him for directions, something as arbitrary as that, even just to go up because it's Barack Obama, you'd probably be like, oh, where is the... whatever, okay? So when I say meet people who are difficult to talk to, I mean in a higher position than you. What does this do to you? It equips you with social skills to slay the real world. To make it big. Yeah, babe, slay. Okay? It helps you slay in the real world. It helps you to make it big. It helps you get over the anxiety that we are all afflicted with when we're faced with an important or famous person, a celebrity perhaps. This will equip us to aim higher in life. If we want the promotion, how will we approach our bosses? If we want to get or change our degree course in university, how will we approach the dean? How will we speak to X, Y, and Z to get changes, in the faculty made, for example? All of these things require self-confidence. All of these things require a high level of self-esteem. That means that you have to believe in yourself, that you're all on an equal footing, we're all human beings. Just because he's more famous than you doesn't mean he's better than you. It's just marketed that way. Number 5, what benefit is my life serving on this earth? And this is one of the secrets of this. I keep asking myself that. What purpose am I fulfilling? Now I want you to think about this because this is a revolutionary way of thinking. Imagine having an audition or an interview with God to be accepted and given this life on planet Earth. We didn't choose to be here. God created us, and that was His plan. And we're here. But what if things are getting a bit tight, you need to downsize? So you have to audition or give an interview, God, and plead your case. Why should your life be spared? What are you worth? Why should you be allowed to live and continue living on Earth, usurping its oxygen resources, food resources, fuel resources, clothes resources, land resources, and all the other resources we consume? How would you justify why you are here? Because that would tell you how valuable you believe you are and what you believe your potential is. Okay? And if you feel like you would be deserving of a spot on Earth, that would tell me that you have the self-confidence you need to really slay at life and to get far and further. So you need to really think about that. And that's what I think about all the time. Am I benefiting people? Am I just sitting here like, what if someone went to I'm sure you'll know who I'm referring to, goes to God and tells God, I want to be here to make a sex tape so I can be famous. Is that benefiting anyone? No. Maybe it's benefiting all the companies that get off of marketing from, their fame because they sell products. The whole purpose for their fame is to sell products. Make sense? Because if a certain celebrity is wearing or doing or using some product, it sort of legitimizes it and it sort of endorses it as a worthwhile product. Number 6 is travel to as many places as you can raw. What do I mean by raw travel? I don't mean luxury travel, conventional travel, 5-star travel, whatever it is that we're used to as South Africans because we're quite spoiled. When I say raw travel, I mean down and dirty travel, where you're mixing with the locals, you're eating local food, you're dining at local places, you're chatting up local people in their lingo. You're learning it because you want to be immersed in that society and understand them as a people, have a greater respect for them, for their culture, for their traditions, for the type of people that they are. And this will help you gain greater respect for diversity, as well as interact and integrate into society better and help you understand people better. And this is very important if you want to get further in life. Number 7 is awareness, consciousness, mindfulness, being woke. Okay? What does this mean, being woke, or having all of this, mindfulness, etc.? This means that I'm aware, I'm absolutely conscious and aware of my impact upon other people in my environment, the way that my words, my energy, my behavior impact other people, as well as the aura, vibes, and feelings of my environment and its people. This awareness fosters empathy in the universe. So I can better understand them. I will know not to offend them because I know what offends them, because I'm clued up. This is what being woke means. You're clued up on other people that you're dealing with, you're clued up on your own emotions, and you own them. If you're sad, own it. Don't pretend like you're happy, because that's just fronting. That's just faking it, okay? If you're sad, if you're happy, own it and know it and understand why you feel that way. If you're jealous about someone, if you're insecure, go into yourself and understand where that's coming from and deal with it. Don't brush it aside. Don't reject yourself. Because no one likes being rejected by other people, but often it starts with us. We reject ourselves. We're the first ones to reject ourselves and then cry about how we're being rejected by everyone else. Because what comes from inside you comes out. And that's the mirror that we live with. It's projection. What you project will have the effect. Okay, so number 8 in what I've learned, or principles of success, is tolerance, acceptance, love, and respect for people as you would yourself. The problem is many of us don't love ourselves. We don't respect ourselves. And we don't even accept ourselves. Okay? If you say nasty things to yourself, like, I'm stupid, I'm weird, I'm not going to have any friends, no one likes me, nobody loves me, everyone hates me. If you constantly tell yourself this, you're going to believe it and you're not going to love yourself. This is going to foster very bad feelings that you have with yourself. Also, when you want to try to do something good, that voice will pop up like, no, you'll get hurt. It's bad for you. Don't go there. Who are you to do it? Well, we're coming to that negative talk. Basically, who are you to do it? You're no one special. Sit down, girl. Know your place. That's the voice we tell ourselves. Okay, maybe not in that tone. Depends how ghetto you are. But generally, we're putting ourselves down. We're trying to tell ourselves, you shut up, you sit down in your place, woman, you don't know anything. You will never reach that goal and you'll never get further. So don't even try. We demotivate ourselves before our parents or anyone else can. Not wanting to criticize, judge, and fix everyone else outside of myself. Okay? So one of the best tools that I've come to develop is never try to externally fix other people. Never criticize them, never sit back and judge them like, what does she think she's doing? Never have that critical eye. Because everyone's trying their best, or they should be, and if they're not, then you should help them to try to achieve that. But never try to fix them if they don't want to be fixed. Because if someone is having a problem with drugs, they don't want to feel like they're victimized. They don't want to feel like they're in need of you. They don't want to feel like they need help because it's humiliating. Okay? So once you try to accept people as they are, if they come forward now wanting help, that's a different story. But basically what I'm saying is don't go and give advice where it's not wanted or nobody asks you for your opinion. This is going to alienate people from you, and it's also going to make you, it comes from not loving yourself enough, that you want to fix and change and not accept and criticize and judge everyone else. It shows what you do to yourself. Okay, so often, and we all have these relatives who have a problem with everyone. It's a sign that they don't love themselves. How harshly they rebuke and criticize everybody else is the mirror reflection that they shine on themselves too. So be merciful to those people. At least now you know where it's coming from. And the next time you try to do that to someone, then you can catch yourself. Hey, don't be so harsh to her. Maybe she's just made a mistake. And you will have that kind of mercy and compassion for yourself. Number 9, hard work. When times get tough, be never too proud to roll up your sleeves and get down and dirty. Go and do that work. Be humble. If someone asks you to sweep the floor or do something, no matter how popular you are, no matter how many TV screens have shot you all over the world, no matter what you've done, no matter how many people know you, how famous you are, you should never feel too proud to get down when you need to get down. Okay? If there's an earthquake and there's help and people need human aid and you're there, you can't be too proud and just delegate while you sit doing nothing. You should, at all costs, involve yourself and give of yourself and be of benefit. And this is something that has helped me endlessly gain success, and how I went from, my first job in London was actually changing diapers of an old Jewish lady. Where did I end up in London after I worked for 7 years? I was the head of a company, an IT company, and I had 5 guys who were under me, and I was only 23. If I wasn't prepared to get down and dirty and do the work that needed to build my life upon and the foundation for my success, I would not be able to climb that ladder. And often the lower rungs of the ladder are the shittiest. Number 10 is pure intention. If you have problems with other people like jealousy, envy, and so on and so forth, you gotta go down into yourself and figure out why you feel that way. So that whatever good you do into this world is always out of pure intention, without malice, without hatred, without intolerance, etc. To please God in all that I do, to benefit and harm instead of harm or destroy people, whether it's emotional harm or physical harm, through injustice or violation of their rights and God's laws, and so that I can hopefully accept a reward in the hereafter. I said I would give you 10 secrets to success. That is it. However, I'll give you a bonus, and 11 is being weird. When I was in school, I was called weird. At that time, I thought it was an insult. Now I'm like, you bet I am. Why? Why am I okay with being called weird now? It's because usually it's the weird people that try game-changing things. Because the people who want to please everyone and be liked all the time often stay within the box where it's safe to be liked. They don't want to shake the boat too much. But if you're weird, you're okay with not being liked because you've been the odd kid, you're okay with eating lunch alone, there's nothing for you to lose. So what happens then is you often get more stability emotionally and more secure within yourself to go and try new things and fail. And you keep failing. I am the biggest failure you would ever find. But every time I fail better. Fail. Keep failing, but fail better. Thank you so much for having me.